Look, what is Maguire doing there? Why are you leaving it? That's all on Maguire, that. That's all on Maguire. Go on, Ahmad. Come on! Come on! This kid's a baller. Real deal, Ahmad. How's offside? He's onside! Switch on, boy. Switch on. Stab a foot in there, something. 2-1, Brighton, Hove, Albion. They've gone and won it. I'm speechless. It's the process, innit? We've got to trust the process. We've got to wait 15 years until Ten Hag gets it right. Nothing. We had nothing going forward. We had nothing in that final third. The same issues that we had last season are the same issues that we're having this season. We're not creating chances. We're not scoring goals. This manager can't get his players up the field. Ahmad, Garnacho, Xerxes, Rashford, these players are better than what this manager is putting out there. You can't keep blaming it on injuries. Teams have injuries. Chelsea had more injuries than us last season. They scored 27 more goals. Newcastle had more injuries than the last season. They scored 17 more goals or something like that. It's not good enough. It's unfortunate, but this manager just doesn't know how to score goals in the Premier League. You've seen this game. Decent in possession in the first half. Couldn't do anything in the final third. Second half, decent on the ball. As soon as it gets to the final third, we have no idea what to do. The amount of times that Ahmad been putting behind, he looks forlorn, the manager, right now. He looks like he knows the inevitable is coming, and it's only 2 games into the season. What are we discussing here? What are we talking about? We're so open. It's so easy. We should be strong and resolute. We've got Casemiro, Mainu, Mount, Bruno in the midfield, McTominay in the midfield, and we're being rammed through. Like, to me, that's a structural issue. That's not a player issue. That's a structural issue. And those structural issues are going to continue. Agate is not going to be the answer. And I hate to say it, if anything, we need a controller. We don't need someone who's mad on the press. We need someone who's going to get in there and control the play, control the ball. Keeping Harry Maguire in this team when we know he's culpable for mistakes many times. You look at that first goal, he's got to get to the ball. We were dominant in that game. We were on top. And then a simple Maguire mistake where he just can't clear his lines. Brighton, they were nervous in that first half. They were there to be got at. We didn't get at them. We created basically barely any chances. I don't really remember a save that Steele had to make in that first half. And then you look at the second half, we couldn't get into the game for the first 20 minutes. They were all over us. Again, we're trying to catch teams on the counter. Ahmad goes through, scores a fantastic goal, and he will do. It's just not good enough. It's too few and far between for Manchester United. I'm frustrated because I'm seeing the same things I saw last season, and I keep being told that, oh, players need to be fit, oh, players need to be back and ready, and there's always excuses with this manager. I don't even know the excuses anymore. It's early on in the season, and I want to give him time, and I will give him time, but I'm seeing very early the same mistakes. We saw it against Fulham. We're seeing it against Brighton. He's had time. He's had 500 plus million to spend. Like, what more? What more do we want? What more does he need? Does he need an entire Ajax 11? Does he need a full 24 of Ajax players? I know a lot of people and a lot of United fans, they back him and they really want him to do well. I want him to do well. I'm a United fan, of course I want him to do well. I want us to succeed because it means if he does well, we do well. But I can't see it. I'm not seeing it. I see it in the defence. I see it in the midfield. I don't see anything in the final third. I've not seen anything in the final third for 3 years. For 2 seasons under him. We were negative minus goal difference last season. We're averaging about 56 goals a season in the league. Like, I can't sit here and say that I believe we're going to go and score goals in games. He's never in a single game for Manchester United scored more than 4 goals. Ollie did that like 20 times. And I'm not saying get Ollie back, but what I'm saying is a coach who didn't know how to coach, apparently, he did that 20 times. Mourinho scored more than 4 goals in many games. We don't score. We just don't score. This manager hasn't got the recipe, the cookbook. He hasn't got the schemes, the blueprint, whatever you want to call it. He hasn't got it to score the goals in the final third. We've got Liverpool up next, which means we've got to go and win that game. And if we lose that game, then it's a very, very slippery slope for the manager. And Ineos, they decided to keep him last season because we didn't have any options, let's be real. But is he the right man? A lot of people believe so. I hope he is, but I can't buy into it. I'm struggling. I don't see the end of the road with this manager. I just don't see it. And it's frustrating, and it is what it is. Boys, thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you've hit the like button and the subscribe. Make sure you've hit them like buttons, by the way. I appreciate it. And we'll do it again. We'll do it again for the next away game.